Yo, yo, what's going on? How we doing? Thursday's here. Week is nearly over, unfortunately. Alright, quick look at news. Nothing to really worry about in the London session. Yeah, nothing to really worry about in the London session at all. Couple of yellow folders, but other than that, no dramas. We've got the interest rate decision at lunchtime today in the UK. Expected to hold. I imagine they probably will. That's pretty much it for the day, to be honest. Nothing really going on. A couple of FOMC speeches later, but tomorrow I think there's stuff going on. Just the consumer sentiment tomorrow in the US. Unemployment rates in Canada, but not much effect. Right, we've had a nice little morning so far. Nice little win. Just about 15 minutes before stream started. So I'll walk you through it in a second. Yeah, it's always nice to start the day with a cheeky win. Green out. I'm bullish on the day today. Well, I was in the long. Yeah, looking at yesterday. Obviously, I was bearish yesterday, but we ended up flipping bullish. See, we had the sell-off during Asia, recovery during London, then the push-up during the New York, and yeah, profile close with a P sort of shape. Means I'll be looking for the longs the next day. And we've opened up a bit lower. And yes, this trade this morning was actually a few things lined up, which is always nice. You've got the previous day value area low, current week value area low, and the current day value area low. So load of value area lows lined up. I'm bullish on the day. Good place to go long from. I would have liked to have held it for longer, but I need to just focus on base hits at least until I pass this challenge. Got out of the intraday drawdown, especially, and as well on the new funders that I've got. I want to get them above the sort of 2k mark. So yeah, just looking for one-to-one base hits. I always like the idea of the bigger trades, but I always do so much better with the one-to-ones. As soon as I start looking for more, I end up missing hitting more break evens, and generally P&L generally slows down if I'm looking for more than one-to-ones. I should probably just stick to one-to-ones. But I didn't catch the first touch of this. It was around 6:30ish. I wasn't quite sat at the computer yet. But I don't normally love to do a second touch. If I'm only looking for a one-to-one, we've already touched it once and hit where my take profit would have been. I don't love to go for a second attempt kind of thing, and if I've missed it, then I won't normally bother. But whereas there was a few levels all lined up, then I was quite happy to go for the second touch, which we've got. And I mean, it looks like we're pulling back slightly. I'd still be just about in, I think. The more times it touches and keeps touching, it's going to fail at some point, isn't it? Or we'll just rotate, consolidate on this level, and then you run the risk of being stopped out. Just being stopped out before we actually make the move, kind of thing. What session end up yesterday? Any trades? Nah, man. Nothing. I sat there for a little bit longer. And yeah, I really only liked the look of the trade that I had set up. And I don't think we hit that level until the New York session. And it would have been a winner, I believe. I think it was here. Be easier to show you on top step, so I can pull up the profit loss tool thing. Yeah, it was the previous day point of control, I think. And we kept coming close, didn't we? But never breaking through to tap me in. And yeah, I'm sure it was around there somewhere. Looking for a short. And yeah, one-to-one would have been in and out. I mean, normally if I was trading the New York session, I'd be looking for 5-point stop and profit. So in that case, would have been tight. Would have been tight. Probably wouldn't have tapped the take profit. But yeah, I don't think I'd have been looking for the same trade at that time anyway. More of a, I like the idea for the London trade. There you go. Yeah, it would have been stopped out if I'd taken the third touch. Would have been a stop out. So yes, no trades yesterday. Bit of a boring one, but yeah, I went out not long after the stream. To be honest, me and the missus, she wanted to go to the garden centre. It's obviously Christmas coming up. The garden centre is normally deck out with the Christmas decks, and she loves that sort of shit. So went to one not local. It's supposed to be the best in the south. It wasn't actually very good, to be honest. So we went to our normal local one, and that was a bit better. Yeah, spent the morning walking around garden centres. And yeah, we come back and then we watched a film. What film did we watch? It was alright film. It was a bit weird. The Assessment, I think it was called, on Amazon. And yeah, it was one of those weird sort of thriller, unusual. But the concept was quite good. It was a bit weirdly done, but you're looking for something to watch, it's well, probably a watch, but nothing amazing. But if you like a weird one. So I'm feeling like the only, it depends on which way we're going. But if London opens up quite strong, I wouldn't mind the idea of like a break and retest of this sort of area. Current day value are high. The only thing that's putting me off a little bit is the Asia Open, which is just above it. We quite often get nice reactions off there. So I'd probably be looking for more of a break and retest of that, by which point current day value area high might have come up to that sort of level anyway. So sort of what I'll be looking for, I think. And yeah, we've got the previous day point of control all the way up here. So yeah, long way to go to yesterday's fair price, fair value. So that's sort of what I've got in mind. If we do sell off, then I don't know what I'll be looking for, to be honest. Probably nothing. Maybe the odd little opportunity on the book, if there's any sort of large orders that to take a quick reversal off of a large position. Or if looking really trendy, maybe try and follow the large positions down. But I haven't got any levels any further down. The previous week levels are up high, and the previous day, current day stuff is all where we are now, just above. So see how it goes. But unless I see something I'm happy with, I'm pretty content with where I'm at, to be honest. Challenge account sitting at what, 155 400. So I've got what, 3.5 grand. 3.5 grand to pass this. Potentially 3-4 wins. I was hoping to get it done this week, but I had a string of a couple of losses that sort of set me back. I think I'd run it up to about 156, I think. Yeah, if I was looking for shorts, that could have been a nice short there. Broken below this level. Aggressive buyer stepped in to try and push it back up. Price closed below, which means they're just someone's absorbing that, and then you've then got aggressive sellers stepping up. Yeah, ideally you mark an order in somewhere around here when you're seeing these aggressive sellers. But I'm not really interested in shorts at the minute. Maybe when London actually opens and that sort of has a decision where it's going, consider looking at shorts. But I always like to jump on a little bit earlier because you get some good opportunities in the later Asia session, I think. And yeah, I mean, ideally, I'd have been longing from here rather than the second touch, but I saw yesterday that Michael Burry's got a $1 billion position short in Nvidia and Palantir, whatever it is. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of dodgy stuff about the AI stocks at the minute. I was watching another video the other day about the fact that they're just round tripping profits. Nvidia is giving OpenAI a load of money. OpenAI is then giving it to someone else, and they're giving it then back to Nvidia, and basically the majority of their profits are basically just money that they're giving to each other, which is low-key fraud. You're not allowed to do it, because then on their books they're getting these massive profits, which is then overvaluing their companies. I think it could if the AI bubble burst, man, that would be fucking awful. It'd be absolutely savage. It'd be great fun to try and short it on the funded accounts, but buyers protecting the level at the minute. We've got 15 minutes till London Open. Current day. Yeah. Control shifted down as well. Yeah, we've got quite a D-shaped profile at the minute, so we could just rotate in this profile during the London session. Short from these sort of levels, long from these sort of levels. The only trouble with that is when I've got like a long bias, if we're in a range, I only like to say obviously I'm long there, I'd only like to long from the lows. I don't like to short from the highs, even though I think we could. There's a chance that we could rotate in this sort of profile, but I'd rather be on the side of my bias, because if we're going to break out one of the sides, it's more likely going to be the upper side. So rather than a short on the highs, I'd rather long the lows. Sitting and waiting for a bit, but yeah, if we were to come up to the highs, the 825s area, and not break out, rotate back down, I'd then be interested in another long. Casper, you still there? Did you catch any trades yesterday? Well, yeah, once we got going yesterday in the New York session, we got moving. Yeah, the London session was a bit of a bore though, wasn't it? Had a little sell-off, but nothing major. Tell you what, so much better after my morning cup of tea. Life changing. What my man has had to lock in. Nah, no worries, man. You got to do what you got to do. My answer to your question was no trades, no trades yesterday at all. I wasn't really on the computer much after the stream. To be honest, we went out with the missus. She wanted to go to the garden centre. She likes all the Christmas shit, so went and had a walk around the garden centre. And then come back and watch the film. I kept an eye on the markets, but I didn't really see anything that I loved. And I wasn't really up for the New York session, to be honest. Yeah, London was a bit lackluster, wasn't it? Eventually got a bit of a sell-off, but the setup that I was looking for did just about play out. It was a short from around this sort of area. We got a little reaction off of it, but not much. What about you, Casper? Did you catch anything yesterday? You trade the New York session at all? You just look for London trades? Okay, break even, okay. Trade now approx in the London, same New York, okay, yeah. There's good ways to do it like that though, because then you're limiting your time that you set up the computer. I think it's easy to get carried away sometimes. Got this thing, we're rejecting the previous day value or low at the minute. Maybe we do sell off. We gotta wait until London starts. London will decide whatever they're doing. London could open and say fuck that and push up. So. Casper, what's your strategy? Do you look at like volume profile or? You in London? Okay. ICT, okay, I used to be an ICT trader. So I passed my my funded, my combine to my funded was my ICT strategy, the old SMT divergence. Basically just targeting gaps, new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps, and yeah, looked for a divergence for with that sort of target in mind. Got some nice RRs when it worked. Soundstar Lefty, how you doing, man? How you doing, fella? Ready for a brand new day to make some money, eh? Fair enough, I didn't know from him though, so only really know the concepts I've been taught, which seems like a good thing. Yeah, I mean, with the ICT stuff, it's very easy to get bogged down. There's so many different things you can be doing. But if you do something that works, mate, I recommend putting blinkers on, and yeah, don't even look around at other stuff. It'll only confuse you. I don't stream during London. I'm aiming for about 2 hours. So yeah, finish about 9:30 London time. But it depends on the day, depends on how I feel, depends on how much I can be bothered. And also depends on my P&L. If I was to have, say, another win in half an hour's time, I'd probably just call it a day. Probably call it a day. I'd rather take 2 wins and run than sit here watching the charts with 2 wins in my pocket in case I decide to take another one. Nice and early. Yeah, man. I mean, London opens at what, 8? I jump on from about 7. I start streaming about 7:30. I get in from work at 6:30. Otherwise, I'd probably be on a bit earlier. And then, yeah, if I can be done for the day by like sort of 10ish, that'd be ideal. Lefty, whereabouts are you from then? Are you not UK based? I think I just assumed that anyone here at the minute is UK based. I suppose we could have some New Zealanders or Australian folk in. It'd probably be like evening for you, I imagine. Oh, US West Coast, okay. Okay, yeah. So, am I right in thinking it'd be like, what, 12, 1 o'clock-ish? Midnight, 1 a.m.-ish for you? Midnight, yeah. Got rest for New York Open, yeah, man. Midnight's a late night. I'm in bed by 8 p.m. Blows my mind that people are awake at midnight these days. But I also start work at like 3:30, so a.m. Like when I was younger, I used to be able to. I used to be up to midnight, 1 a.m. and then be up at like 4:30 for work, and I'd be able to do that day in day out. But I can't do it anymore. Wouldn't last very long. Right, we've got 1 minute until London Open. We get a bit of decision on what we're doing, up or down or sideways. AM. Oh yeah, of course, because you're on that side. It's earlier for you, isn't it? Yeah, mate, you're past the 8 hours. Lefty, do you prefer it though, being on the west coast? Obviously, your day starts earlier. You can be done earlier, can't you? But I'm a big fan of that sort of stuff. These funded accounts are evaluations. This is a evaluation, take profit trader evaluation. But I'm also trading 6 funded accounts on Top Step. Probably trading them all. I'll take the same trades. Obviously it's just across 2 platforms, and I prefer looking at Motive Wave and just executing on Top Step X. What more do you need? I need another 3,500 to get that one passed. I had run it up to 156.5 and took a string of a couple of losses, so put me back down to I think like 153. So I was hoping to have got it done this week, but I think it's going to be next week now. Right, we just swept low day. What's your risk strategy on the challenge? I'm risking 1,000 per trade, obviously with a 150k account, so I've got 4.5k drawdown on the 150k account, and yeah, risking 1,000 per trade on that. On the funded, I'm a lot more conservative. On my 3 original ones, I've been risking $50 per trade for ages because I'd taken a payout. I haven't had the best start to the year, to be honest. I haven't had the best year. I think I had these were each. I had 3 original accounts, all up with about 3,000, and the balance being about 3,000 each. This year, my strategy went out the window. Basically, it just stopped really working for me. Went about 1,000 in drawdown, so with an account balance of 2,000 now on each one. So took 1,000 payout on each one just to get some money out of it, which left me with 1,000. So I then scaled my risk right down to $50 per trade, and I've been doing that for ages until I've could sort my shit out basically. And I think I've sorted my shit out, sort of back to sort of winning. I've had last couple of months been pretty good, and I've only literally just got these extra 3 accounts from you know, that AWS outage that we had the other week. Because I was positive on the day, and then Top Step then removed the trades. To compensate me, they gave me free express funded accounts. So I was like, yeah, sweet, I'll take that. But because they're fresh accounts with 2,000 drawdown, Obviously I wanted to risk more on them, but I can only risk the same if I'm copy trading. So I'm now doing 75 risk per trade on all the accounts. Met in the middle kind of thing. Probably a very long-winded answer for your question, man, but yeah, I play it safer on the funded. Difficult to get the funded, so I don't dick around on them. It's slow and it's boring, but I've had the original free, mate, for a year and a half. April 2024, I got these original free. And yeah, I've taken about 1k out on each one in payouts. And then obviously I had a bit of a shitty most of this year. So just been regrouping, developing something else, another strategy. Something that works better for me and coming back stronger and better. And then I can then slowly start to increase risk, can't I? Taco, yo man, how you doing? Do my evals are trying to get 1,300 before New York. Like a trade on the funders, now I've got to wait a whole day again. Every time, Taco, every time I say, try not to have a goal in mind, like I need to make this much by this time, because the pressure, it would just eat your strategy, eat your decision making away. Try not to even look at the money. That's what I'm trying to do on this challenge account, is try not to even focus on how much I need, or I'm just taking it trade by trade, winner by winner, and the money will follow, won't it? But you know that, man, you know that. So you can activate right away, and I wanted them ready for New York, yeah. It can't be forced, though, can it? It can't be forced. You gotta wait for it to happen, man. Well, we're currently at lower day, and it looks like we're gonna continue pushing down. Yeah, play it safe, Taco. Play it safe. Don't focus on the money. Focus on the trading. Back and forth, that's my issue, yeah. It's hard not to, I think, sometimes. Your brain will constantly tell you that you're seeing something. If I said trade it the right way and you 1 or 2 more winning trades, nice, Taco. That's good. Start out with good habits, mate, and you'll continue with good habits, hopefully. Cold here, man. So if we're pushing back up, depending on how we're playing around this area, could potentially look at a break and retest long. I'm still bullish on the day. So I still want to be trading in that direction. Really, we could potentially push up and then reject from there, and then that would be the confirmation for me that better off looking for shorts. But we could just break down right here and sell off. So back in. There's nothing major on the book at the minute. We've got some bit of a wedge down here at the 795, 794 area. Tell you what, if we do end up longing from here, it can be quite quick. Lots of aggressive sellers down here that will be trapped. I feel like I yawn a lot more during the London session than I do the New York session. I don't know if it's because it's slower or earlier. Google plans AI data centers on Australia's Christmas Island. That is stepping up, looking a bit heavier. If you break this low, I mean it will I'll flip to bearish bias for the session. Boy, I'm gonna drive home with the tuned in arm, mate. That's a commute and a half. Is that to work and back? Is it? That's far too far away to be going to work every day, man. Hey, let's show overnight job. Oh, nice, man. Oh, happy days. Practice for a show coming up this week. What show? Probate for my frat. Oh, I've no idea what that is. New member presentation. The new member process lasts about 6 to 8 weeks. Final presentation itself with probators show. Probate show is a one-time event. Oh. Mate, that's a whole load of faff for a frat. What do you get out of being in a frat? Brotherhood. Don't know if it's worth all that work for Brotherhood. So I was gonna say, like, is it like I get it from that point of view, like potential like network for years of your life to come, sort of thing. So and so's dad works in this industry, you can go and speak to him, and his dad can get you an in or whatever. I get that sort of stuff. The black dad, so it. Oh, okay. See, obviously, from someone from the UK, the only thing that I really see or know about the frats is the parties that you see in movies. You know what I mean? And other than that, I don't really see what the point of them is. But obviously, I'm not from there, so I have no idea what the point of it is and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. Going to an IT program simply because my frat bro was in the program in the higher position. Okay, now I have an IT job. Yeah. Bro, personally got hired by the CEO basically from being in the same frat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that, then it's definitely worthwhile. But yeah, from like an outside of the US perspective, frats are literally just perceived and described as just having big parties, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously about the white frats, so yeah, they got it. Okay. Well, no, I'm not even heard. Yeah. But yeah, I think I've always wondered if it is actually like that, but I'm assuming it is. Otherwise, they wouldn't make loads of movies about it. I'm assuming it is very party heavy and yeah, a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? What is it, like the initiation? They haze. That's it. The hazing scandals and all that sort of crap. I didn't get me wrong, but yeah. I mean, if you're that sort of age, you're gonna be partying anyway. So this probate that you've got to do then, is it like it's like a serious, this is what I bring to the party kind of thing. This is my qualifications. This is what I bring to the group. You want me in there because I'm an asset kind of vibe, or is it just like a like a party kind of vibe? Sorry for the questions. I'm just curious. I've never really spoken to someone about it who obviously is actually in one and actually knows about it. My knowledge is movies, which is never going to be accurate. So. It's a bit messy for me at the minute. I'm feeling like the shorts are confirmed, but it does seem a bit of a battle still. Look some updated samples, but look up black wrap program. Okay, yeah. Do that. Yeah, don't be doing it if you're driving, man. Oh shit, so it is literally like a... It's literally a performance, isn't it? Oh, man. Just watching a couple of shorts. Mental, man. Americans are so extra, I love it. Honestly, in Britain it's so fucking boring, no one does anything fun like that. We're all very miserable over here. The most we get is organised sports at like school or college level or whatever, but it doesn't go past that. Yeah, America does everything extra. They've got the fraternities, they've got the bloody mascots, the whole they have essentially a party every time there's a college football match going on. Like, I'm very jealous of America's patriotism. The UK, we're not like that anymore. No one's really proud to be British anymore. Looks like a range battle, nothing really going on. Trying to break out both sides, but not happening.
We'll turn this around. We'll turn this around.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go for a piss, boys. I'll be back in a sec. We're back. So I thought London might have given us a bit more of a direction, but consolidating at the minute. Overall, do you like London better? That's easy for the baby, except for trading wise. Yes, I think so, mate. I think the speed in New York session I'm finding difficult. New York as well, we quite often just blast or melt through levels that I have, where sort of the Asia and the London session will normally get a little reaction, even if it's not a bigger one. But I find the London session easier to read, to be honest. Obviously, you get the boring times like this, where we're just going sideways. We're like a 4, maybe 5 point range, just up and down at the minute, consolidating. Asia's too slow. I think London is a good mix. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I only really trade maybe like an hour or so if I'm trading the Asia. It's not like the last hour or so before the London session starts. I feel like there's a bit more going on than just Asia. Not patient enough for Asia unless it's gold. What's gold like in Asia then? Is it alright, is it? I mean, it depends on your strategy as well. Where I'm just looking at quick, small reactions off certain levels, Asia's not too bad, but I wouldn't want to sit there and just wait for it to reach that level all night. It would have to be if we're near the level kind of thing, then I'll take it. If we're not, then I'm not going to sit there and look at it.
This is the best of me.
overnight job. I'll trade at night 2. Study and journal. Refinement strat and back there. 10 PM, 2 AM. Eastern got it. Nice, yeah, okay. But I mean, I'm finishing work at what would be 5:30. I'm home from work about 5:30 Eastern time. No. 1:30 Eastern time. And yeah, like any time from then, I'm sort of looking for it. And yeah, the Asia doesn't seem too bad at that time. I find the earlier Asia session can be a bit maybe a bit harder, sort of closer to the Asia Open, but when it calms down a bit. We are pushing up. Religion does the opposite of whatever the market does. The first 1 or 2 hours, it opens back up a lot of the time. Yeah, I find that with London as well. If New York's going to be a long bias kind of day, the London session can be a short bias. And yeah, I'm long on the bias today, which is why I'm sort of still waiting for that long setup today, rather than jumping in on the shorts. I mean, yeah, we're pushing back up, so if we get back up our previous day value very low and look strong, I might look for a break and retest of that level, get another long in. Back to the imbalance, would you say? Yeah. Trouble is if we come back there or not. There's probably a lot of trap sellers down here. We might just shoot up quite quickly. Well, just testing that the previous day value are low now, so current point of control. But I'm looking for it to be strong at this level, break above, and then Look, maybe long the retest. Aggressive one come back on me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. If it does, it'll have to do it now, I think. If we get above that value or low, I'd be looking for that level to hold. Best in New York because I know exactly what times I'm trading. I'm usually not doing much else. Pick New York and plus it profit. Some of them anyway are good. Fingers crossed for your taco. Yeah, I think once you sort of become like an expert in the time that you trade, I think it's always good to stick to that. When you sort of only been trading New York AM for so long, and then you wouldn't then suddenly be able to jump onto Asia session and trade it like you normally do. There, then end up slightly above, break even a bit a day, but I'm sure about it's everywhere, but the patience to apply a difference. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's not necessarily the strategy, but it's the could be the speed of the market, the sort of normally in a New York session you might be in and out for 5 minutes, but during the Asia session it might take you 45 minutes or an hour or something. And if you're not used to that, you can potentially close early or hey man, oi oi. How you doing, fella? Weird seeing you this early. It's weird seeing you this early, mate. It's weird streaming this early. I'm not used to doing this much talking at like 7 AM. So I know it's 9 AM now, but when I started it's 7:30. Good session fight, yeah, man, not too bad. I've took a little long just before London session started from previous day value area low, and yeah, I'm glad I only did the 1-to-1 because we've obviously sold off below that. I'm sort of sitting and waiting. I like the idea of a break and retest at this level, so pretty much the same trade again. But we'll see how we go. See how we go. What about you, K-Man? You taking any trades yet, or you just watching, lurking? Just lurking. Lurking like a lurker. Are you taking a break still? You were taking a bit of a break from trading, weren't you? Oh, there we go. There's the blast up. Yeah, good morning, man. How you been? Been a little while. Back on it this month. Last month too busy. Still on track, moving towards funding again. Been around 4 months since I've been my last funded. Yeah. Yeah. Take it slow though, okay, man. There's no rushes. Gotta be right. Gotta be right. We've got 400 lots sitting at 810, which is putting me off longer from 814. What's happened to the markets playing ball again? Has it been a bit of a crappy couple of weeks or something, has it? Beginning of October just felt like sharp and no news. Driver direction, yeah, hey. 3 weeks of October and November so far. You know, it's my good man, good. Yeah, it's nothing worse in choppy markets. October, I think, was my best month of the year. Did 1,000 P&L on the on all 3 funders combined. Obviously risking $50 per trade. Got myself slept. We're at New York Open already. Now I'm trialing streaming the London session. At the minute of how I'm trading more London, Asia, sort of late Asia, London session. And I'm not taking that many trades during the New York session. So I'm just sort of like streaming for real, like no real reason. I'm just purely on there because I'm streaming rather than actually wanting to take any trades. And then obviously with that, I don't ever want to be in a situation where I'm forcing trades just because I'm streaming after I've already had a good day. Like, I'd rather just call it quits early, and it works out better for home life than it sort of finishing up 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I've got the whole day then to myself. Crack on with other stuff. Week 3 and 4 of October are brilliant. Week 4 was 3.7k week for me. Oh, nice, man. To be fair, I think it was week 3 and 4 were my best weeks. But baby arrived 1st of October, so I wasn't really doing much trading the first couple of weeks. But yeah, I was trading well the last 2 weeks. Yeah, week 1 being there too. Yeah, week 3 up 417, then week 4 138. Oh no, didn't see Friday on the end. 279. That's it, mate. That's it. I will need to be it's just trading at like 2:30, just a pain in the ass. Because if we're going out and doing anything, it's we've got to be back by 2. But now we can go out and do shit, and the days are own then. And yeah, I'm trading a lot better, I think, during the London session. New York session at the minute, I'm just sort of a bit overwhelmed about it. Like the way I trade now. New York is very fast moving and fast paced, and London's a lot slower, gives you more time to think about it, and just a bit more cleaner for me. Unlucky baby, kept you out of the chop. Yeah, pretty much. I was sitting and looking. I think he was born on the 1st. And then after the first week, I think I started looking from there. But I was being sort of very selective, and yeah, it just wasn't great conditions. And these are only really the days I saw a decent setup for me. But there was a few, I'm sure there was a few that I missed because I was busy changing shitty asses. Like 400 lot has moved up. What do you reckon that 400 is? The seller down here trying to cover their position. Jesus been aggressively selling down there, and now is thinking, shit, I need to get out of this. Let's try and get out or break even, or for a small loss. With just those, do you find them to be phantom positions just to freak the market out, never get filled yet? I think they do eventually get filled, but what started off down here somewhere, didn't it? At the 810 mark. It's now moved up to the 817, so what will happen is price will come down, and as it gets sort of a couple of ticks away, it will come back down to 810. And it will try and drag it as far back down as they can. And it not always doesn't get filled, but a lot of time it does get filled, but just after they've drawn it to them more, do you know what I mean? But I've been finding them very good reversals. So say if we're up here, we pull back down. If this does get filled here, I'd be market on order in long, because you normally get a quick reaction. Even if it is only a quick reaction, you can normally get to break even pretty much instantly. So you can normally get a couple of points out of it. Just market, just filling that many orders up in one go, you get a little reaction out of it every time, pretty much. But yeah, I started off when I saw them and trying to catch reversals off of them, obviously having limit orders set up, and then a few close calls of them being pulled or moved down just as I'm about to be filled, and I've managed to cancel. But so now I just market order in. Once they actually get filled, it's good reversal point once they actually get filled, if they get filled. Yeah, I've started market ordering in rather than limit ordering, because they do it's called spoofing, isn't it? They do move or get pulled quite often. But I am interested in a break and retest of this level, so if we start pulling back towards this, and I'm hoping it moves back down to the 814 area. But I'll be waiting until this is gone, because if this doesn't go, it could just keep pulling it down, keep moving it down and down and down, and could get filled down here maybe. Or if it generally is someone trying to cover their short position from down here, eventually, if we keep pushing up, eventually he's going to have to just market close that, which will then just skyrocket the price. Total volume. Problem is interesting. Can you? No, I don't think so. It is helpful, but it also isn't at the same time. I would much prefer it. I've seen on another platform you can get like a delta on the volume profile. I would much prefer that. I mean, I suppose it is essentially the same thing, but yeah, you tend to find that the range extremes, you'll get like a load of aggressive buyers up here, and then at the lows you'll then get a load of aggressive sellers. Yeah, I had it the other day where there was literally like one single tick. It was a period of about maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes on the 5-minute chart, and it looked a bit like this, but a bit more intense. Literally, price could not get past this specific tick, And you come across it, it was like 3,000 on the delta. And I did get into a position and shorted it because yeah, price just wasn't able to break through at all. And yeah, I think I got a win out of it. Let's see if I can find it. Never gonna, it won't. The delta would have been reset though, wouldn't it? So you wouldn't be able to see it on the delta. But I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday. Here, see this here. Oh, I lost it. Where's it gone? Here it is. Yeah, price could just not break through. Bear in mind this 5-minute chart, so 8.15, 6, 8.15. All this volume. Loads of aggressive buyers and someone on the obviously on the passive side, the limit side, was just not letting it pass at all. So I market ordered sold in. As soon as I pressed sell button, it spiked up. But luckily, not to my my stop loss. My stop loss is a couple of ticks above, and yeah, eventually got the sell off. But yeah, this, and you can see it on the delta across here. It was like 3,000 aggressive buyers, which was pretty mental to see. Very rarely see like big numbers like that, considering it was London session as well. Trades, Blake uses it on his volume profile bars, I think. If it's who I think it is, I think he uses Sierra charts, which I can't get on Mac. But I haven't watched him stream in ages. I used to watch him when I first started. But yes, I'm yet to find that much of a use for the delta volume. Other than, like, I think it's the sort of thing you want to be looking at for absorption. So if you're getting loads of aggressive buyers, you'll see it on here. There's loads of aggressive buyers, but price is not able to push through, or it does push up and then instantly gets eaten back up again. I think that's a good place to short. But you can sort of see it more with the visually, I suppose, with the bubbles. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, all the bubbles are aggressive orders. If you're getting loads of green bubbles and price isn't really moving up, and it keeps getting sort of slapped back down, it means someone is absorbing all of that aggressive buying on the limit side. And at some point, either the limit seller is either going to give up and price is going to push up aggressively, or the limit guy wins and price will sell off aggressively because the buyers give up. I'm glad you made it home safe, Taco. Yeah, it's kind of basic 10-point trades. Yeah, I mean, that's what I sort of aim for. Obviously, I'm on ES. He does NASDAQ, doesn't he? And yeah, on ES London session, I look for 2.5, 3 points. New York session, I'll do 5 points. But yeah, it's interesting. It's all quite new to me. I've only really been looking at the order flow stuff a couple of weeks. And sort of, yeah, combining that with the volume profile stuff is I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I had to get off Tradeify. I had to get onto a platform that was better for it. And as well with Take Profit Trader, if you're on a Rhythmic account, you get free level 2 data on one account. So obviously, what all this is, normally you'd only be able to see literally current price, wouldn't you? But being able to see stuff like that, although a lot of the time it's spoofed, sometimes it's not. And if you can be sort of ready on the button if it does execute. You find ES less prone to whiplash than NQ? Yeah, man. And as well, like, the majority of the volume is traded on ES, isn't it? And most of the time, everything else tends to follow ES. So I'd rather be at the source of the moves. Do you know what I mean? If Nasdaq is just doing something because ES is doing it, I'd rather be trading ES where it's happening first, kind of thing, where the most volume is. So I mean, here, I mean, you've got what, minimum of 30-ish contracts sitting on the book at all times. During the London session, if I go to Nasdaq, you've got like what, 3s, 4s, which is why you get that whiplash, because there's not the book isn't anywhere near as filled. Do you know what I mean? Which is a bit more sensible, a bit kinder than what Nasdaq is. What the boy Lewis, how you doing, man? I'm good. Nice win this morning so far, so I'm in good spirits so far. How you doing, Lewis? How was your the comp going for you? First morning stream. Yesterday was the first morning stream. Yeah, they're not too bad to be fair. I've had more people than I thought I'd have stopping by, so. Oh, you bailed from me? Okay, how come? 2.8k up. So the top 200 is like 10k to get there. Yeah, but you never know, mate. That might be a load of people that have YOLO'd a couple of trades and they've got lucky on a few and they've absolutely risked the fucking house, and in a week's time they'll be gone. Do you know what I mean? I was watching people's interviews when they're talking about the Robbins cut, and they're saying obviously it's, especially towards the end, the top sort of 5 changes around so much because everyone's just YOLOing, trying to get up there. Once they get up there, it's obviously then trying to hold it. And they're still YOLOing, like they're, unless you're trading consistently, you're not going to place, or if you do, it'd be pure luck. Or you think they've used too many contracts and they'll be kicked out, kind of thing. But top 950 is decent out of 14,000. Right, we are approaching the current day value area high. Could potentially push up past that. Maybe get a rejection from the 828 Asia Open. I'm not looking to short though. I'm long bias on the day, so I want to try and only trade with that in mind. So that for a move delay, straight up. That was me complaining about it being boring. Right, value high tapped into. So ideally we rotate back into the range, and then I can maybe get a long in from the 814 area. So yeah, 814 seems like a good area. Got a little decent high value node there. High volume node. Got more money off the house. Oh, nice, man. Found something in the report and she was happy to reduce the price based on a few things. Oh, happy days. Was it like a decent amount or was it literally like $1,000 or? I mean, anything else, doesn't it? It will help pay with the renovations that you want to do. The thing is, you've got to do stuff like that, because obviously if you're getting a mortgage out, you can't buy it for a set amount of money and then the mortgage company coming and say, well, actually it's only worth this much money, because then I think you have to pay the difference. I think. 10k off, oh nice, man. That's massive. Literally money in your pocket at some point. Might not be today, but it would be money off of renovations or money back when you sell it. Valued the house at 35k more than what we paid, and now another 10k off. Yeah, hit the mark at the right time. Yeah, man, I think it's definitely stalled. Rental prices, I think, are stalling a bit, at least where I am. The amount of stuff that's being reduced, people are just refusing to pay it, I think. Done in 12 hours, nice, man. Well, I mean, a seller normally wants it done quick, don't they? Quicker the better. I imagine as well, some people, like, especially if it's like an older person, might like the idea of selling it to like a young couple that are gonna potentially raise a family in there and sort of make the most of their home that they're selling to you. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just someone buying it to do it up and sell it on, kind of thing. I mean, that might be your intention, but from the seller's point of view, she might have been thinking that. Her dad's house, she wants to cash in. Okay. I've got loads of it selling. Yes, people get sentimental about stuff. There's her dad's old house. Do you know what I mean? She would much rather it go to a young family, and even if it means taking a little bit less. Not everyone will want that. Every people will. Some people just want as much as they can get for it, but there are some nice-ish people in the world. That means I grew up 2 roads, but okay. Very nice road, but the worst house. Yeah, I mean, that's what you want, innit? That's what you want. Right, we're rejecting that level at the minute. Hopefully it's a big enough rejection. Well, I think that 400 lot's gone. My holding yesterday took 50 points, 1k on the funded, but got 250 point move with no exit confirmation on weekend. Yeah, I mean, I was saying that a minute ago that when I longed earlier in the day, long from here, I was expecting more of a push. I wanted to get more out of it, but I need to just focus on one-to-ones at the minute. Get this challenge pass, get my fundeds up above the sort of 2k mark. And yeah, at the minute, every time I'm looking for a bit more, even if it's like a bit, I'm sometimes running short, and then I'm getting stopped out of break even or taking an unnecessary loss, and sort of come to the decision I think I'm far better off just cashing in on the one-to-ones. My P&L, I think we'd be better off for it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with taking profits, but then you get some bangers sometimes, don't you? But I think as long as you can trail sensibly and in a way that you're not giving back too much, and then you're not getting stopped out unnecessarily, I think if you can do that, then great. But I'm not very good at that, so. Still trade top step. Yeah, man, I've got 6 fundeds on top step. Probably trading all 6. The 3 extras I've got are new. I got them free for the AWS outage issue the other week. We passed the one-to-one level, jump and just kept going, yeah. Which was saying the same thing yesterday, yes. It's just one of them, like I said, every time I try and push it, even if it's like a 1-to-5, 2-to-1 kind of thing, like if it goes short, then reverses. The amount of times I then get stopped out of break even, and then it continues anyway. Like you've got to move to break even. You can't just sort of leave it, and it's far simpler just to take one-to-ones. Quicker in and out, and yeah, although I'm long biased on the day, I got a great entry for a long from here. The previous day value area low, the current week value area low, current day value area low. Great entry. We still come down and swept low a day before then pushing up. You can't predict stuff like that, so it's not worth trying to hold it for the highs. You may as well just get in and out. Look for the quick reaction, or for me anyway, look for the quick reaction. Take your money and go and enjoy your life. I think it's going to push, and then it doesn't. Pulls back to break even yet. But the thing is, you've got to go to break even. You can't just leave your stop, like, because if it does hit your stop, you're going to be pissed. But the amount of times it then hits break even and then continues to take profit, it's just ridiculous. I watched on YouTube yesterday 3 times to exit, but it didn't hit 2-to-1 by 1 point. Went on to lose a trade for -500, yeah. It's so easily done though, like especially when you've got like a target in mind, even if it's like one tick away. A lot of time it's only one tick away, if literally like a split second, but then it's boom, slaps back down to like half the trade, and it's like, oh shit, maybe I should have closed it then. But once you're that one tick away, you think it's just going to pop up that one more tick, don't you? It's so hard to be like, oh, don't be a tick for a dick, don't be a dick for a tick, because it's only at that one tick stage for literally a couple of seconds, if that, and then you're back to 50% of the trade again. It's always so difficult. It's always typical that it reverses just before you'll take profit, or fuck off him. Live testing / back testing my driving. Oh, Taka, mate, you make me cringe. You said something about that before. Trying to trade while you're driving, plus have my live stream up, and it scares the shit out of me that you're gonna crash. Who the fuck's this geezer outside my house? In conclusion, I'd rather take 3 entries and 3 legs of the move than just take one and try and hold it yet. Or even just like one. Like if you can catch one and just times 3 your risk, like if you're confident in your one entry, that's all you need really. Like you can literally retire on one trade a day. You literally just got to up your risk gradually. Obviously, you can't just be like boom, 10k on a trade, but gradually increase your risk, and yeah, you can do one trade a day. You don't have to catch a whole move, just catch a little bit of it. Ticket. Yeah, Taka, you got eyes on the road, man. Eyes on the road. Life is too short. There's no news though. Right, I think I'm going to call it there, boys. I like the idea of a break and retest of this sort of level here where we are. I'd want to wait until we're above the Asia Open, no 8 to 8, maybe a break and retest of that, but I don't love how quickly we've come up. I feel like this needs to be come up and come back and be retested, this area. So I'm not really wanting to long from here with this left open. I just feel like it's an unnecessary risk. If we do come back down to the previous day value low, I think I will probably long, depending on the time. So that's, yeah, second trade idea, but that could be another hour yet. Yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. As it stands anyway, 1,100 up on the challenge account. On the funded, 78 on each, which is 468. Overall 6. So yes, I'll be back tomorrow for the London Open again, and yeah, take it easy if you're still trading. Play it safe during the New York session if you're playing that. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one, lads. Good stopping by.